Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about probability, and in this first video we're going to talk about the probability of A and B. Our learning target: calculate the probability of simple events, and in order to be successful at finding the probability of those simple events, we're going to apply the addition rule when we need to. We're going to apply the multiplication rule when it deems necessary. We need to be able to add and multiply fractions and also rewrite fractions as percents. So what is probability by definition? So the probability is really just talking about how likely an event will occur. Or what is the chance of something happening or the chance of something occurring. So how likely an event will occur. Okay? So in order to figure out the probability of an event occurring, we actually turn this into a fraction. So in our numerator, it's going to be the number of possibilities. But these are the possibilities of our condition. And our condition is like what we are looking for. So the number of possibilities that whatever it is we're looking for is going to occur, divided by the number of possibilities. And this is the total possibilities, or all of the possible outcomes. You can think of either as possibilities or outcomes. So probably like the easiest probability that we usually talk about is flipping a coin. And when we flip a coin, you either have a heads or a tails. So we want to know what is the probability of flipping a tail. Okay? So when it comes to figuring out my fraction, all of the possibilities, well, when I flip a coin, I either have a head or a tail. So I have a total of 2 different possibilities. And I'm looking for the probability of getting a tail. So how many of those 2 possibilities could be a tail? 1. So the probability of getting a tail is 1/2. And I can turn that into a decimal, 0.5, which would be the same thing as 50% if I wanted to change my fraction into a percentage. Okay? Let's spice it up a little bit. Let's say we have a bucket. My artistic skills are on point today. Look at that. And in our bucket, we're going to have some marbles. So let's say we have, 3 blue marbles. And throw in maybe 2 red marbles. And can't do red, white, and blue. You won't see the white marble. So we're going to go yellow. 4 yellows. 4 yellow marbles. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? A beautiful bucket of marbles. So let's use that information to see if we can find some probabilities. So let's find the probability of pulling out a blue marble from our bucket. Looking at our formula for probabilities, I need to know the number of possibilities under my condition. Well, my condition is the blue. How many blue am I pulling out of the total? So, when I look in my bucket, I know that I have 3 blue marbles out of a total of how many marbles? 3 plus 2 plus 4 is going to give me a total of 9 marbles. So I can reduce that to 1/3. So my probability of pulling out a blue is 1 out of 3. And turning that into a percentage, that would be 0.3 repeating as a decimal. So that would give me approximately 33%. So the chance or the likelihood that I pull out a blue marble is 33%. So let's try, let's just keep going. What's the probability of pulling out a red marble? So how many reds do I have altogether? 2. how many marbles do I have in total? 9. 2 divided by 9 is going to give me 0.2 repeating, which is going to be approximately 22%. So I have a 22% chance of pulling out a red marble. Well, since we only got one more color left, we might as well keep going, right? So the probability of yellow. How many yellows do I have in my bucket? 4. How many marbles do I have in my bucket? 9. So the probability of pulling out a yellow marble would be 4 out of 9, which is what, 0.4 repeating, which would be approximately 44%. And if I'm pulling a marble out of my bucket, these are the only choices I have. I can only pull out a red marble, a blue marble, or a yellow marble. Let's see if I got a different color. Oops. What's the probability of pulling out a green marble? Oh, fancy. Well, how many greens do I have? I don't have any greens. So I got a 0 out of how many chances? 9. 0 out of 9 is going to give me a 0% chance, right? So realistically, pulling out a red, a blue, or a yellow, these are my only possible combinations. And if I'm talking about probability or I'm talking about chance, if I add up all of my probabilities for this situation, I should add up to 100%. When I go through and I actually add up all of these percentages, 33 plus 22 plus 44, it's going to give me 99%. And it's going to give me 99% because these are all estimates, right? These are all approximations or close to. Because this was 3.333, right? 2.2222, 44.444. Well, then that would technically be 99.9, right? So just because of the fact that we rounded or we made this little estimation, we might not necessarily get exactly 100%, but in truth, in theory, if we added up all of our fractions would add up to 1/1, which is 100%. All right, so let's spice it up a little. So let's go back to our bucket. I like buckets. It's the only thing I might be able to draw. Probably shouldn't say that because not all buckets look great. And what did we have? We had 3 blue, right? We had 2 reds. I'm trying to remember. I'm getting old, my memory's going. And 4 yellow. All right. So now we're going to have a fancy little story to write out. So let's say you pick a marble. From the bucket, and then you return that marble to the bucket. So all the marbles are still in the bucket, right? Then, for poops and giggles, you pick another marble. So let's say we want to find the probability that the first marble is blue, and the second is red. Okay? Oops. So we're going to look at this piece by piece. I had a song. Piece by piece, you rescued me. I don't know. I'm awful with songs. All right. Oops. No, I'm moving things around. So the probability that the first marble is red. So we want to find the first marble is blue. So we want to find the probability of blue, right? And then the second one was we wanted to find the probability of red. And on these ones, we're actually going to find these and we're going to multiply these together. So the probability of blue, so my blue was, we can even remember this from the previous page, we had 3 out of 9. And then we're going to multiply our reds. And what was the probability of getting a red? 2 out of 9. How do we multiply fractions? We multiply them straight across. 3 times 2 is 6. Oop. 6. 9 times 9 is 81. If we wanted to, we could reduce that down to 2 over 27. Turning that into a decimal, we're going to get 0.074, which is going to be approximately 7.4%. Yeah. Granted, if you wanted to, you can cross cancel these, make it a little bit easier, right? Get 2 out of 27 and then go from there. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll give you another one here in just a second. Have a good day. Talk to you later. Bye.